Welcome back, farmers. This is our second dev block. Um, what are we going to be covering in this one today? New mission systems. This was posted August 3rd of this year. Again, if you haven't watched the first one, I explained that I was behind on these due to microphone problems, trying to get them tweaked and worked out or whatnot. Uh, and two, I didn't want to just upload a visual and not read it off in case, people can't read. Uh, they can at least hear what I got to say. Um, that's about it. Anyway, so second dev blog. Welcome to our second dev blog for Farming Simulator 19, due later this year. In this dev blog, we'll be talking about tweaks we've made to the mission systems to help you get playing the way you want, faster. First of all, you no longer need to travel across the map to interact with mission givers. A new contracts menu lists every mission that's currently available, detailing how much money you will get for completing it, as well as what you'll be expecting to do. This means less time spent going between missions and more doing what you want to do, farming. There's also no longer time limits on missions, and you can save while a mission is in progress so you can work at your own pace. That is freaking cool, man. Because it would be so aggravating to have to jump from field to field to field to find a mission to do when ones that were closest to you uh, weren't available. So now you can see a list and do as you want and be able to save and come back to it if you don't finish. Plus, there's no time limit in it. I mean, some of them, a lot of the missions, well, all the missions that were in 17, uh, well, 15 too, that I can remember. I didn't do that much in 13 because when I started Farm Sim and I began with FS13, 15 was just about to come out. And I've got very few hours in 13, but I was able to get some of the learning done in 15, and which led on to 17 and going on into 19. Uh, but that's cool. Uh, Anything to improvise is always good in my book. We have a screenshot here of what the contracts will look like, and one of the owners, old James Harris, he's been around, boy. Let's see, what else have we got here? We've also given you the option to complete missions without leasing the equipment. This has two benefits. First, you'll get more money from the mission as you won't have to pay for a lease, and second, it allows you to use your own equipment for missions, meaning as you build up a specialty and a garage, you can take on more missions and make more money to expand your farm. Leasing is still available for the early game and those that might want to try out new vehicles before buying them. Uh, that's cool too. Let's see. It's that if if you can have your own equipment and you want to use it on a mission to get the job done faster, then by all means, that's the way to go. Uh, and then two, leasing gives you the opportunity to try the vehicle out before you actually go out and buy it. That way you don't buy something you don't want, don't like. So that's cool too. We've also added a new mission type, hay and silage baling. This will involve every step of the process from cutting the grass to turning it into bales and finally delivering it. Weeding missions are now their own category, rather than purely a part of the fertilization process, including using the new sprayer tool on more developed weeds. Transport missions are also returning from Farming Simulator 15, asking you to deliver goods from one place to another throughout the map. Take a serene drive through the new landscapes of our upgraded game engine and make some money while you're at it. Finally, missions are being added to multiplayer, letting you complete them cooperatively. This gives you more things to do with other players than ever before, and ties into our larger improvements for multiplayer in Farming Simulator 19. Now, as far as the multiplayer aspect of it, MP sucks. Let's just be honest. The whole multiplayer way it's set up, it sucks. Okay? And the reason I say it sucks is for more reasons than one. First of all, you got to have specific, like, say if the user who's hosting the multiplayer event, or if they got a server, they have an option of whether to have their their mods that they downloaded. We're using 17 as an example. I hope 19 is better by far. But say if the player or person that was running that server downloaded a set of mods, well, you had to download the exact same set of mods. If one of those mods got corrupted and or a change was made and you didn't update your that particular mod, it would not allow you to connect to that server until the problem was corrected. And I don't think that, let's just say if I was hosting an MP session and I had I had the Big Bud DLC, for example. I don't think it's fair to people that I want to invite into my game, if they can't afford or haven't bought or whatever, as far as any of those DLCs. I don't think they should be automatically, turned away just because they don't have them. I think if anything, they should be able to come into my server and play with my mods and play with the DLCs that I've bought before they go out and buy them, and let them choose whether they should or shouldn't. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. We hope you enjoy missions in front of either along with friends when it releases later this year. Okay, so they've definitely worked on the mission system. And again, if the multiplayer has gotten better, great. Hopefully it's not as bad as 17 is. Even the connection aspect from person to person can be bad. But this concludes dev blog number 2. We'll be continuing on and be caught up. Take care.